Thank you, JB. It's a real privilege and honor for me to be asked by Jeff to make the introduction. I'm pretty much a newbie to the Cincy area. I relocated from Silicon Valley after spending about 25 years as a serial entrepreneur in high tech. And we relocated here about 6 months ago for family purposes. And as soon as I came here, I jumped right into the ecosystem and been having a blast just meeting and working and dealing with a variety of folks. I signed up with UpTech at the beginning of their program. I got lined up with Jeff. Jeff is just an awesome individual. For he and I, we talk a lot about sales strategy, pricing, business development, a go-to market strategy. He's been extremely open-minded, and I'm really, really proud of what he's accomplished. I think a large part of the group here has probably touched KiwiLive at GCVA and Queen City Angels and Crossroads Community Church in Oakley. Those that don't, will hear more about it from Jeff. And of course, stop by our table after the event. One thing I want to do real quick, Jeff doesn't know this, but I want to read a quick email from a lady by the name of Marcy Taylor, who Jeff supported at a recent ACG meeting, the Association for Corporate Growth, and it's to Jeff. Hi, Jeff. I was super pleased with the event. You were terrific. You have good charisma with the audience. I heard lots of buzz from a number of members, and so far, everyone wants to know if they can have KiwiLive at their next event. When you become famous, rich, remember me if you need marketing help. So that's Jeff. So without further ado, Jeff Mason.
Thank you so much for those kind words, Len. I didn't know you were going to set me up by reading that email. Now I actually have to bring charisma and all that sort of stuff. That could be tough. But no, it's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you all for coming. And again, thank you for that kind introduction, Len. Okay, picture this. A few months ago, I'm sitting in a leadership conference. This is a great conference. They've brought in amazing speakers from all around the country, and I'm getting excited about learning new content, tips and tricks that I can use to improve my leadership style. There's also a lot of great attendees there, hundreds of people that I potentially might want to connect with. So it's safe to say that on event day, I'm pretty psyched up about leadership and connecting. Now fast forward about 48 hours or so. It doesn't actually take very long, and this is more like how I feel. You know, the energy from the event is gone at this point, and I'm really struggling to capitalize on the value of that experience. I call this post-event syndrome. My question is, can you relate to that? You know, I think if we've left a conference, a training event, a seminar, even a church gathering, it's a struggle. We try to remember content. We try to follow up with the right connections, but it's a challenge. This is actually really hard to do. And it's a big problem. So even if we just look at membership organizations like ACG that Len just mentioned, there's 400,000 events happening in the membership organization space around the U.S. every year. Now, we tack on events like corporate events, conferences. We're up over 2 million. And then church segments. That's going to take us over 18 million events every year. So a lot of people are feeling this post-event syndrome pain. Now, the good news is we have KiwiLive. Right? KiwiLive is an event tool that events can use to measure, improve, and sustain the value from their event for both themselves as organizers and the attendees that go there. It's so easy to use that we can get really fast engagement. The way that we do that is simply by not having an app to download. Everybody's doing apps these days, but the key to KiwiLive is that if you open up your mobile phone, you go to KiwiLive.com and put in the keyword for your event, you're in. That's it. There's no app to download, and there's essentially no learning curve. So we can get extremely high rates of engagement extremely quickly. Now, once you're there on KiwiLive, you're able to see anything the event wants to share with you. That could be slide decks. It could be big takeaway points from speakers. It could be, live notes, books, recommended products, pictures from the event, even live polling and question and answer. KiwiLive has you covered for all that content-related material for your event instantly. But we also talk about connections, right? So once you check in on KiwiLive, you'll be able to see a list of who else is in the event and a little bit about them. This gives you a great idea of who to target there while you're in the room or who to save for later. So let's talk about that. With content or connections, you can save people to your personal event experience. So if there's somebody you want to connect with, maybe Luke Skywalker here at this event, we're saving that to your personal event record. This is a snapshot of what happened for you that was relevant at your event. And once we have that information, we can begin the magic of KiwiLive's follow-up and smart reminders. So in the following week after the event, we're going to send you some notes to remind you of the top content from the event for you, the top content for the event as the whole. People that you should have connected with that you might have missed, and people that you did connect with that you still need to follow up with. That's where KiwiLive really starts to shine. So hopefully it's clear why attendees win when they use KiwiLive, but why are events buying this software? Well, the rule number one of a great event is if you improve the experience for the attendee, you eventually improve the event revenue itself, right? Is you're going to get more people coming there next year. And whether that next person was worth $25 or $2,500, KiwiLive is going to help fill those seats by solving these two critical event problems for attendees. Our pricing model is very simple. We charge per day based on the size of the event, so from $39 all the way up to $349 for a larger event. And we do some additional customization that might raise the price slightly higher than that. So if we take that price and go back to the original markets we were talking about, we're looking at over a $2 billion opportunity in the live event space for KiwiLive. Now, that's exciting to me, but the other exciting thing is that all the while we're collecting a great data list of who's attending what events and what sort of content they're engaging with. So if we here at 8451 have our big data antenna on, they should be buzzing right now. This is a great thing. We're already making a lot of progress by getting KiwiLive into a lot of local events like TEDx Cincinnati here last year. But our National Speaker Association partnerships are taking us all over the country. These are professional speakers that are using KiwiLive as they go speak to corporations and events all over the nation. And as Len mentioned earlier, we just completed a very successful pilot with ACG, an association of high net worth individuals here in Cincinnati that represents a great scalable opportunity for us in the coming months. So all said and done, between our market exploration phase and our current price phase, KiwiLive has already been in more than 1,500 events, and over 77,000 people have engaged KiwiLive at live events already. I suppose at this point I should finally introduce myself. My name again is Jeff Mason. I'm a recovering mechanical engineer, turned entrepreneur, and I'm loving life here. I built this product from scratch, and I'm still the team lead. But I would be remiss if I didn't thank the village that has helped support me to get me to this point. So these are a few of the mentors, interns, and people that have assisted me, and I owe them the world. As I leave, I want to offer two ways that you can get involved with KiwiLive. So one is during the networking time, come talk to me, especially about your next corporate event or association event. I'd love to get KiwiLive engaged for both of our benefits. And then the second one, oh wait, actually, we're not supposed to outright ask for money today. But what I am going to do is sell these lovely t-shirts, and they're only $50,000 a pop. So come talk to me at the end of the event, and thank you very much for your time.